The reason why Lawrence Krauss didn't want the video to go public, the debate with William Lane Craig, is because it only makes sense. He doesn't want people to be brainwashed like many Christians are. And believe it or not, William Lane Craig has a doctorate in Christian theology, so he's like a fanatic. He knows so much about Christian, so that's why it's a good debate. And so even if William Lane Craig defeated Krauss, I wouldn't want the video go out, because that just shows that the brainwashing of Christian theology. It proves that that's saying that's better than science, which is totally ridiculous, because no matter what, religion, theology is based on faith, or science is based on evidence. All they have to do is go by the Bible saying, well, God did this, or science explains it more. But since William Craig is a really good debater, he knows his stuff really, really good, but to me, it's stupid, because, I mean, a science debate, should win over thing of faith. But what makes William Lane Craig good is the way he mixed the words, and then well, it kind of goes back and forth, The faith side wants you to prove, well, how is this not right, or how is this right? And it's actually very hard for both sides, because, well, faith says, well, how can you not prove this? And of course, science says, well, I can't prove that God doesn't exist, or God, the supreme God, or whatever. But, I can prove this. And then on the other side, they say to the faith, well, how do you know that Jesus did this, Jesus did this? It's like, what? And then it's like, well, I can't prove that Jesus didn't do this, but I can prove all this Christian theology, Jesus did this, so it kind of goes back and forth. And mostly the debate is over, well, did Jesus do this? Did Jesus do this? Did Jesus do this? And the other debate is, well, how can you prove or disprove of God? Because, and that's where the faith side try to get you, because atheism is all about facts, hard evidence, hard facts, hard evidence, and then the faith side can twist it and make it look bad. You're like in a box, because we don't have the facts, we don't have the evidence for every single thing, but neither does the faith side, so it kind of go back and forth. And I can see that you don't want that be exposed, because obviously, no matter how, William Craig, he's a really good debater. He's like fanatic Christian theology. The guy's got a freaking doctorate. So, he knows the stuff he can debate, which is totally nonsense. It's just based on faith. But he probably can debate all. He knows so much about religion. So yeah. Even a silly debate, a religious and a science debate, you think science will destroy the faith, but he's a good opponent, because he's got a freaking doctorate in Christian theology. But it doesn't mean he's right. It doesn't matter if he won the debate. Science is better than faith, because science it's real. Faith is only based on, religion is based on faith. You can't prove it. It's just what the Bible says. So they're both trying to prove it, The faith side says, well, how can you prove that God does not exist? And the side, well, says, I can't prove that God doesn't exist, But what I can prove is this, and just keep on going head to head. So it's a good debate, but you don't want to get that out, because, if because that just shows, that could just brainwash the people in the public, saying, well, Christian theology is right. It's more accurate than faith, than science. No, that's messed up. So I can understand why he wouldn't want that to go out, because that'll leave really bad. That people would believe in faith instead of real science. I can understand that.